Well, hello, or good afternoon, should I say, to all of you wonderful, lovely, amazing women. I am so glad to be here again. This is yours truly, Cheryl E., aka the Inspirer. And I have been assigned to inspire you to tap into your that inner girl, to help you find the winner. Now, as I've been saying, the inner person, she's still there. She just may be a little bit covered up by some of the things that you've dealt with and you've gone through. So, once again, I am totally excited to be here on today. This is day number 8 of my 10K, 10-day founding members challenge. And I am totally excited to be able to bring and introduce my new baby to you, my new package to you, my new program to you. Yes, I am totally excited to be able to birth this baby out into the world. This is a program that is entitled Tame Your Pain. How to turn all of that pain, all of those things that you've been through into power. How to just take all of the frustration and the anger and everything that you've been through in your life, every challenge, and bottle it up and turn it into power. Power to do what? Power to push you into your next level. Now, there is a next level for you. Whether you believe it or not, you have a next level that you need to get to. It's been a long time. And as I stated in some of our previous recordings, we're on the cusp. We're just about to go into a new year. You guys know that, right? 2022, it sounds real weird to say that, but we're on our way in to a new year. And I don't know about you, but I'm not taking any of the old. I'm not taking any of the old stuff into the new year. It's got to be new. Even if I have to do things afraid and a little bit nervous and with a little bit of trepidation, I'm still going to do it because I put things off for long enough. And I pray that you feel the same way about the things that you want to change in your life. Some of the things that have been pushing you down, holding you down, keeping you stuck, keeping you back. Don't you think it's time to get rid of that stuff and to move forward, to run forward, to speed forward into your new future, into your new you, into your new life? And so that's where this program comes in. It's entitled, as I said, Tame Your Pain, how to turn all of that pain, all of those issues, the devastating losses that you've been through, the hurts, the breakups, the disappointments, how to turn all of that stuff into power. That's what my new program is about. Now, listen, I'm going to introduce what I do, who I am, and why you should believe me. But I have a question for you. I basically want to say this program is not for everybody. And what I mean by that is there are some people who are okay with where you are. You're fine. You don't want to make any changes. You don't want to go into a new year with a new you, or at least the beginning of a new you. It doesn't matter. But those who are just sick and tired of being sick and tired, those of you who are fed up with the status quo, with the same old, year in and year out, those are the ones that I'm pulling on. You guys are the ones I'm seeking after. All of the others that are cool, that feel like you don't need no help. You can pull up your big girl panties on your own and move on. But I'm after you, the ones of you who are ready for change to take place in your life. And I'm going to add myself to the number, which is why I'm putting this out here, because I'm ready to be able to help those who want help, to be able to walk with those who want help, to be able to mentor those who want help. That's what my assignment on planet Earth is. And I have no more time to waste in trivialities or feeling like, oh, Cheryl, who do you think you are to do this? I've wasted so many years thinking that way about myself. But been some things that I've gone through in my life. There have been some challenges that I've gone through in my life. And I came through on the other end. I came out alive and well. And I want to be able to pass that on to you. I want you to be alive and well, and I want you to be able to move forward into your life. That's what I want for you. So that's why I am doing this program, Tame Your Pain, how to turn your pain, all of it, and use it. Don't excuse it. but use it. Don't excuse it, but take it and use it. It happened. You've been through some challenges. You've been through some hard places. Now take that stuff and utilize it to take you to your next level. So, as I stated, my name is Coach Cheryl. I am a coach. I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a grandmother. I am an author. And I've been deputized to help you. Why? Some may say, why you? What's so wonderful about you? Well, first of all, you get my personality. You get the comedian of comedians to help you walk through some of the things in your life. There are some extraordinary things that can happen to you that are waiting to happen to you. And I believe I'm your girl. I believe I'm your person. I believe I'm the one that can help walk you through. Now, listen, if you don't think you're the one that needs the help, pass this on to somebody else. Share this live, share this with your friends, share this with your homegirl, or with a young lady that you may believe needs this type of a program to help them get to their next level. Share it. If you're cool where you are, and I commend that. But I'm not cool where I am. I'm not cool where I am. I know I need growth. I know I need change. But there have been some absolute things that I've been through that I know that this program will help you walk through in your life. So listen, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about taming your pain, about taming your pain, and what it's all about. I want to talk to you a little bit about that. I'm going to move my coffee cup over here so it doesn't spill all over my computer. So as I stated, this is day 7 of this 10K 10-day program, founding members program that I'm putting out this new baby. You may have seen posts on Facebook or Instagram, and you're going to see them. Even after the 10-day, you're going to see them because I'm working my way into the new. Just like I'm encouraging you to do, I'm working my way into the new. And one of the reasons why, and I'm just going to be frank and honest. If I don't get to everything that I have noted, then I don't. I'm going to be frank and honest with you. If you want to get to your new you, there are some things that you're going to have to pull off. There's some things you're going to have to change, like it or not. There's some things that you're going to have to change about you. You're going to have to take a good look in the mirror. You're going to have to take a good look at yourself and be honest with yourself and say, listen, this needs to change. This needs to shift. Because the truth of the matter is, if we don't take a good look at ourselves and be really honest with ourselves, stop, lying to ourselves, or stop just being comfortable where we are. If we don't take a good look at ourselves, we're not going to change anything. Everything will remain the same throughout 2022, and so on and so forth. And I have no time to waste on that. So if we're going to move on in our lives, we've got to tame the pain. Because until you do, the pain will have control of you instead of you having control of it. And we don't want it that way. We want to be in complete control. So today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, since I've introduced myself, told you who I was, told you that I'm a coach, certified coach, told you, that I'm a grandma, I'm a mom. I've told you know about me. You know all about me. But let's walk into the areas where I believe that I can help you walk out of, so you can be your best self, so that you can be everything that you've been put on this planet to be. Are we doing that? Are we being our best selves? Are we operating as our best selves? Are we doing what we were born to do, or are we just settling for whatever has been put on our plate? You don't want those peas, but those peas are on your plate. Well, then if you don't want those peas, then get them off and put on your plate what you want on there. Live your best life now. Live your best life today. Begin the journey. And see, another thing about this program, like I said, is not for everybody, but it's only for those who are willing to do the work. And it will be work, willing to do the work, willing to do what it takes to move to the next level in your life. If you're not willing to do what it takes, if you think it's going to just drop in your lap and it's just going to happen, well, then I'm sorry, but you're not the right one for this program. I would love you to be. But I need those who really are willing to do the work. First of all, take a good long look at yourself. See what needs to change. See what needs to shift. See what needs to happen. And then when you receive that into your soul, that some things need to happen, then realize that maybe I need a little bit of help getting there. Maybe I can't walk there by myself. Maybe I need somebody to walk alongside of me so I can get to where I want to go. And then I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get to the next level. Those are the ones I'm looking for. Those are the ones that are for this program. Those that want to do what it takes. And we're not just willing to just sit and chill and accept the old. So I've introduced myself. I've preached enough. Tame your pain. Let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk a little bit about taming your pain on today. Let's see what that, let's unfold that just a little bit. Tame your pain. So in the last couple of days, we've learned about managing our thoughts, how our thoughts can control our lives. If we have stinking thinking, guess what? Our lives ain't gonna be so cool. We've got to change our thought process. Until you do that, you have whatever you think. It all starts with a thought. I know you've heard that before. It all starts with a thought. You can think a thing. All of the big projects, all of the big companies, all of the big ideas, Apple and Xerox and all of those big companies started with a thought. That's where it begins, with a thought. It begins in the mind. So everything starts with a thought. And so therefore, we have to manage the way we think about things. We have to manage the way we think about ourselves, and we must manage the way we think about others. We have to change. We have to shift it, because as long as you hold on to the pain and the bitterness and all of that stuff, it's going to form your thoughts. And you're going to be thinking negative things, which get you nowhere. Negativity gets you nowhere except where we are right now. So we've got to change our thoughts. It's time to gain control of our emotions. Our thoughts control our emotions. Have you ever noticed when you get to thinking a negative thought and thinking badly of a situation, or thinking badly of a thing, or thinking badly of our situation where we are, when you have the wrong thoughts, do you ever notice how it will control your emotions, how you feel, what you do? It controls that. Your thoughts control it. And so you can take the bull by the horns. You can lasso all of those thoughts, change that. And I guarantee you, your emotions will change. You won't feel like killing somebody, if I can say that, if your thoughts of that person are renewed, if they're upgraded, if you think differently about that situation, if you think differently about that person, if you think differently about that, then your emotions are going to respond differently. Do you get it? If we think differently about a thing, our emotions will respond differently. Don't you want that? Don't you want that? And see, that works. When we think differently, it has a chain reaction throughout our whole system, our psychological system, our emotional system, our physical system. It has a chain reaction. When we think differently, our emotions respond differently and we feel different. I'm serious. I guarantee you, you won't have the headaches. You won't have the stomach aches. You won't have the muscle aches. You won't have the cramps. You won't have any of that, because it triggers when the mind is right, then it triggers the emotions to think right, and it triggers the body to line up. All of that stuff is connected, but it starts in the mind. It starts with the thought, and that's what I want us to do. I want us to change our thought process. So we learned about managing our thoughts. So, as I stated, it's time to gain control of our emotions. It's time to gain control of our emotions. So, number one, feelings are important. I don't want you to believe that what you feel is unimportant and that we poo-pooing on the feelings, but feelings are important. Feelings aren't bad. Feelings are bad. Feelings are a natural human reaction. They're a natural human response to the things that happen in our lives. When bad things happen in our lives, we're going to feel some kind of way. When good things happen in our life, we're going to feel some kind of way. So feelings aren't in and of themselves bad. They're a natural response to what happens in our lives, but it's what we do with it. They signal happiness and joy. They signal happiness and joy. So feelings aren't bad in and of themselves. And so the next point is, a lot of times we go through grief. We talked about feelings. We go through grief. So grief happens in stages. And when I say grief, you can grieve. Grief is not just the physical loss of something. Grief can be the emotional loss of something. We can go through a grieving process over a relationship that's lost. So grief happens in stages. Grief happens in stages. Whenever we experience a loss, we go through a grieving process. A job, you can go through a grieving process of a job. You go through a grieving process of a relationship. There's a process that we go to or go through with grief. There's a process. And so the more deeply that you're hurt, the more deep that the wound goes, the longer it's going to take to navigate through that grief. The longer it's going to take, the deeper the hurt, a lot of times the longer it's going to take to work your way through that. So feelings are real. And we grieve the loss of people, places, and things. Feelings are real. There's nothing unnatural about that. But like I said, it's what we do with those feelings. It's how we handle those feelings, whether or not we let that control us or we can control it. You can have it either way. So feelings are bad, and you have to understand that. And grief happens. It happens as a process. The deeper you've been hurt, the longer it's going to take you to get through that grieving process. That's just life. That's life. So you have to be patient with yourself through this process, through your process of grieving. But we don't want to stay there. That's what I want you guys to understand. We're going to grieve. We're going to grieve. But how do we grieve? And how long do we stay in the grief is the problem. If you grieve in a relationship or whatever it is that you're grieving, grieving is not limited to one thing. Grieving is not limited to losing a loved one, to a natural death or anything like that. But grieving a relationship or grieving loss, loss constitutes grief. Loss constitutes grief. But it's that we move from that area. Don't stay there, y'all. Don't stay in that area. So the more deeply you've been hurt, the longer it will take to navigate through that. Be patient with yourself in this process. And here are a couple of other things that you need to do. When you're going through a hard place in your life, you need to take care of you. Self-care. Take care of you. Take care of you. Don't let yourself just go. And when I say that, I mean your whole total person. I mean your mind, your emotions, your physical. When you take care of you. We talked about this on yesterday, and I used the analogy of when you're in the airplane and when the pilots tell you to put if something should happen, for you to put your air mask on first before you take care of others. And the reason for that is if you have no oxygen, if you can't breathe, how are you going to help somebody else breathe? If you can't think straight, how are you going to help somebody else think straight? If you're all off kilter, then how are you going to help somebody else? How are you going to do that? It's impossible. So we have to I'm sorry, my phone rung and they probably are going to call back. So I'm going to take it. I will get back to them in just a moment. That was my son calling. And of course, he must want something because he keeps calling me. So, yeah. Yes, I'm on a Facebook Live, but that's okay. I'm talking. They hear me talking to you. I was just saying, you can tell her to get in the car and talk to the people. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. So I'm going to get back to this. What was I saying? Take care of your long-term health. Take care of your health. Take care of you. It's critical for the long-term and that your long-term and emotional and physical health is taken care of. Let me say this like I really want to say it. It's crucial for your long-term emotional and physical health to feel, work through, and release the feelings which come from grief. You got to feel it, work through it, feel it. Okay, feel it. Don't deny it, feel it, then work through it, then release it. Feel it in this order, work through it, then release it. You've got to. It is important that you do all of that in that way. Don't just act like it's not there, but feel it, acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Work through it. That's one of the things I've been deciding to help you do. Feel it. Feel that loss. Work through it and then let it go. Don't hold on to it for a month of Sundays. Don't hold on to it for 2 and 3 and 4 years, because when we hold on to things that long, then chances are we're going to be stuck for that long. We're going to be stuck for that amount of time. And I need to come out of that because I have too much to do. So it's crucial for the long term that you feel everything you've been through, work through it, and then release it. Then let it go. Release the feelings which come from grief. Don't hold it, but release it. Let it go. Let it go, because it's going to keep you down. It's going to keep you down. And so in this, let me just say this, in cases of betrayal, and this is a big part of the program, in cases of betrayal, whether or not that's your spouse betraying you, or whether or not that's a friend or a boss, whoever betrayed you, in cases of betrayal or the ending of a relationship, it takes time to navigate through all that. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. None of this stuff that we're talking about is going to happen overnight. All of this is a process. Everything that we're talking about here today is a process. It is a process. It's a step by step, move by move. It's a process. But if we don't begin the process, how can we heal? If we don't at least start the process, how can you come out? If you don't go in and look at that thing, take a good look at that thing, look at it as in reference to you, what it's doing to you, where it's keeping you. If you don't look at it, then how are you going to come out on the other side? So it's important to realize that it's going to take time to come through that for your emotional and mental and health. It's important to release the anger if there's anger there, the anxiety, the frustration, the bitterness, the despair, the depression that comes along with it. It comes along with grief. It comes along with that. We're talking about the emotional aspects today. So it's important that you release it for your physical health. Did you not know that when we hold on to things, that stuff has to come out somewhere? It's got to manifest itself somewhere. And many times it will manifest itself in your health. You're like, why do I have high blood pressure? Why is this going on? Why is that happening? Take a look at yourself. Have you released some of that stuff? Have you released that hurt? Have you released that pain? Have you released that bitterness? Have you released that stuff? Because it's going to manifest somewhere. And most times it's in the physical. Most times it's in the physical that it will manifest itself. And we can't have that, because it's when you're feeling bad, you don't want to do anything. So we've got to get rid of that stuff. The sooner you are able to release it, the more quickly you can move into your new future. The quicker you are to release it, the better off you will be. So yesterday, we talked about a process of the letter. If you missed yesterday's live, go back and look at it. I'm not going to go through the whole process, but we talked about writing a letter. Go back and look at yesterday's live, and you'll see what I talked about in that letter and what you need to do. One of the things you'll need to do, and a lot of times you'll notice in some of these talks that we're talking about some of the same little pointers, but it will I guarantee you it will make a change in your life. It will make a change in your life. So we talked about putting all of your thoughts in a letter and burning them. Go back and watch yesterday's live. We talked about that extensively. Use this process. Use this process you use to release. Use the same process you use to release your thoughts. That's what we talked about yesterday. This time we're focusing on our feelings. To release your feelings. When you're ready, and we talked about that, go back and look at yesterday's live about burning that letter. I think that will be wonderful for you. Listen, this is what I want you to take away from today. Our thoughts produce feelings. For those of you that are listening to me, your thoughts produce feelings. How you're thinking. How are you thinking about yourself and about others? What is your thoughts? That's what's going to determine how you feel. If you're feeling badly, think about what you're thinking about. Think about how your mind is just on the, and I talked about this yesterday. Whatsoever things that y'all that don't know, I'm a God girl. Yeah, I am. This is by no means just the God program, because this is for everybody. This is for all women, all of us that are willing to take the step over into the new. But there was a scripture that I talked about whatsoever things are pure and good and lovely. Think, basically, that scripture is saying, think on good thoughts, think happy thoughts. Not that everything is always going to be happy, because we know that that's not true. But what we're doing is we're feeding our mind. And as we feed our mind, that feeds our hearts and our souls and our emotions and our spirits. Feed your mind and it will trickle down. It will trickle down into the rest of you. Tame that pain, you guys. That's what I'm talking about here today. Tame the pain that you've been through. Get it under control. And one of the ways you do that is to those thought processes. Change our thoughts, because our thoughts control our emotions. Our thoughts, if we have emotional instability, chances are our thoughts are all over the place and we don't have control of them. We're allowing them to tell us what to do. Get control of your thoughts and your emotions will line up. Whatsoever things are pure, lovely, good, think on those things. And I guarantee you, even though everything is not happy every day, we know that that's not real life anyway. But when we change our thought process, it will change your emotional stability. It will change how you walk out your life every day. It will change what you do every day. So that's basically all I had for you today. That's basically all I had. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about taming your pain. That's what the title of this program is, but I wanted to really kind of zero in on how you can tame your pain by your thoughts. Changing your thoughts, because thoughts will trigger your emotions. Thoughts will trigger your emotions, and it'll have your emotions all everywhere. You'll be scrambled because your thinking is scrambled, because your thoughts are not on the good things. Your thoughts are not on the good things. Let me just do this part right here. I want to do a little bit of reflection, then we're going to go. Take the time now to write out the wonderful memories that you'll have when you come out on the other side. Just write that down. How you want things to be, how you want things to sound, how you want things to feel. I'm talking about the new you, the new things that you want to happen in your life as a result of you taming your pain. What do you want? What do you want in the new? What do you want to see in the new you, in the new Deborah, in the new Pat, in the new Lisa, in the new Shaquita? And Shaquita's not really on here. But in the new Shaniqua, I do know Shaniqua. What do you want to see in her? What changes do you want to see transpire in her life as a result of her controlling her thoughts and her emotions getting on point? What do you want to see? Write it down. Just write it down. What do you want to see new happen in you? What do you want to change? What do you want to see change? What do you want to be different as a result of you taming your pain, changing your thoughts, which will change your emotions? What do you want to see new? Write it down. Get you a journal and write that stuff down. What do you want to see new? And what are you willing to do to get there? What do you want to see new? And what are you willing to do to get there? Write that stuff down. Listen, if this has helped you in any way, if you've gotten just a little bit of nugget out of this talk on today, day 8 of the 10K 10-day founding members challenge. This is my baby that I'm putting out into the world, which is a program entitled Tame Your Pain, how to turn your pain into power. I want to help those women who want to be helped. I want to walk with those women who want someone to walk with them wherever they are. They could be in Europe. They can be in New York. They can be in Africa. They can be in Australia, wherever they are. Because see, technology has it so that we can hang together wherever we are. We can hang together wherever we are, and I can walk with you, and we can help one another, and I can offer to you some of the things that helped me make it through challenging time, a dark time, very very dark time in my life. I can walk with you there. So that's what this program is all about. And this program offers, once it's going to be released at the very beginning of the year. But if you want to get on board before that, get registered and all of that before it actually is given out to the world, feel free to. There is a my ticker tape that is running across the screen there. It has a scheduling number or a scheduling site that you can get that site, and you can schedule a call with me, and we can talk about where you are, where you want to go, and how you want to get there. We can talk a little bit about that. Like I said, we all need help from time to time. That's what this program is for. It's to help us, it's to help you to get to where you need to go. To get to where you need to go, to be able to do what you need to do. And I'm the one, Cheryl. I am the inspirer, helping you to tap into your inner so that you can find your winner. So listen, ladies, it's been real. If you need to put a check in the box when you're online, put a check or put a thumbs up, put something in the box, or put something in the chat that says you want to talk to me, or contact with me here on the scheduling number, the scheduling site that's coming up here on the screen, and we will talk. I'll be more than happy to talk with you about some of the things that you need help with, and I'd be happy to talk to you about this program as well. Tame your pain, how to turn your pain into power. Listen, it's been real. I could keep going and going and going because this is my passion. This is one of the hats that I wear. This is who I am. And I'm passionate about helping those who want help, and who want someone, and who need someone to walk alongside of them. So listen, it's been wonderful on today, and we'll be back on tomorrow, day 9 of this 10K 10-day founding members challenge. We'll be back same bat time, same bat channel on tomorrow. We'll be talking a little bit further about this program and some of the little nuggets that you will be getting in this program. You're getting a whole lot in this program. You're getting online community. You'll be connected with other women who are in the same place as you are, or some may be worse. But community, it's been proven that when you come together in a community, it always helps you, because you realize you're not alone, and you are not alone. You absolutely are not alone. So, listen, I'm going to get off of here, and it's been wonderful. This is Cheryl Eastman, Coach Cheryl, signing off for the day. And we will see you again on tomorrow as we continue our talk. Take care. Have a phenomenal day, and be careful out there. The weather here in Cali is kind of bad. In the Bay Area, it's kind of bad. So I don't know where you're logging in from, but be careful out there. Watch out for yourself and watch out for others. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.